Hello, I'm Father Joe Gambala, and welcome to our series on the Christmas readings. Today, it's the Solemnity of Mary, the Mother of God, January 1st, and our reading is taken from the Gospel according to St. Luke. The shepherds went in haste to Bethlehem and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in the manger. And once they saw, they understood what had been told them concerning the child. And all who heard it were astonished at the report given to them by the shepherds. And Mary treasured all these things and reflected upon them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all that they had heard and seen in accord what had been told them. I imagine most people get Christmas cards. I get them and I send them. And on a lot of those Christmas cards, there's pictures of shepherds and sheep. And it looks very romantic. It looks so appropriate to the season. And we have a vision of that time as only if we had been there at that moment, and what a great moment it would have been. The reason we have this understanding of shepherds is because we don't know anything about shepherds. I traveled both in Peru and in Ethiopia. And I met shepherds who were shepherding like they would have shepherded in the time of Jesus. And I remember getting out of the Jeep Cherokee that we were driving up in the Andes so I could go down and meet the guy and take some pictures. And what struck me more than anything else is how bad he smelled. My gosh, it was just awful. And the same thing happened in Ethiopia when we got out of our little minibus to see the shepherd there. Oh man, I couldn't wait to get back in the minibus. They don't bathe much, those shepherds. They're with the sheep the whole time. And I mean with all about the sheep the whole time. They walk among the sheep, they rub against the sheep, they take care of the sheep. And, well, back in Jesus' day, shepherds had a very bad reputation as being some of the poorest people, some of the smelliest people, some of the most ragged people. And they weren't the kind of people you invited over to your home if you had any money at all. It was a job you took if there wasn't any other job you could take. And it was hard work, and you're around the elements all the time. But the good news comes to shepherds. Could have come to Herod's palace, could have come to the Roman officials, could have come to some wealthy tax collector's home, and eventually is going to go to some tax collector's homes. We know that. But here it arrives at shepherds, and it reaffirms the message that Christ's message is for all of us. The angels proclaim the gospel, and the shepherds hear it, and the shepherds accept it, and the shepherds rejoice in it. And that rejoicing among the shepherds wasn't just because they saw something great. It's because they realized, probably from the first time in their lives, that they had meaning, they had importance, not what the world thought, but in the eyes of God, they meant something. They were important. They were worthy to hear the gospel message. All of us out there are worthy to hear the gospel message. All of us, when we accept it, have the ability to rejoice in it. This Christmas season is the time to rejoice that God has found all of us worthy to receive his love